Hello and welcome to helpyourmath.com. In this video, we're going to look at the definition of a compound statement and types of compound statements. First, let's talk about the definition. So a compound statement consists of two simple statements or two ideas. A compound statement combines two statements with a connective, such as and we're going to talk about other connectives. Okay, so what are the types of compound statements? We have a conjunction statement. That is the statement that combines two simple statements with the word and. For example, Lewis studied for 5 hours and he got an A, right? There's two simple statements. There's Lewis studied for 5 hours, and then there's the second simple statement, he got an A. So those would be the two simple statements that make this a conjunction. This is a conjunction. A disjunction, this is a statement with two statements combined with the word or, such as, I should bring a coat or I will get sick. So one statement is, I bring a coat, and the other statement is, I get sick. That would be a disjunction. So disjunction, we use the word or. So conjunction and, disjunction or. We can also have a conditional statement. A conditional statement is a statement when it is read of the form if simple statement, then simple statement. So usually we use P and Q to represent simple statements. So if, P, then Q. Such as, if it rains today, then I will need an umbrella. So we can see our simple statements. We have it rains today, and we have I need an umbrella. Those would be the two simple statements that form this conditional statement. A biconditional statement, this is a statement that uses the connective if and only if. For example, I will go to the party if and only if I clean my room. So we can see the two simple statements. I go to the party, I clean my room. Those would be the two simple statements connected by the biconditional if and only if. And we do have notation for if and only if because mathematicians and logicians are incredibly lazy here. So what we can do is we can just say IFF, and if we see IFF, that stands for if and only if. So I could replace this if I wanted to with IFF. Spell check won't like it, but logically and mathematically, it's okay to use IFF. Okay, so now we're going to look at some examples. We want to determine whether the statement is simple or compound, and if it is a compound statement, state the type of statement that it is. So first we have Bill and Jill are obsessed with Breaking Bad. What do you think? This is a compound statement because I can break this up into two simple statements. And what we haven't seen in the examples is that sometimes you kind of have to alter, well, you saw I altered the word sometimes. But we have two simple statements. Bill is obsessed with Breaking Bad is one simple statement, and Jill is obsessed with Breaking Bad is a second simple statement brought together by that word and right here. So this one would be a compound statement, and it's specifically what kind of compound statement? This is a conjunction. This is a conjunction. We have the two simple statements brought together by the word and. Now, this is a compound statement because I can separate these two ideas and they still create two statements, right? Bill is obsessed with Breaking Bad is one statement. Jill is obsessed with Breaking Bad is the second statement. All right, how about this one? Clemson's school colors are orange and purple. If you said simple statement, you would be correct. Even though we do have the word and there, you can't separate these into two statements that make sense. We don't say Clemson's school color is orange and Clemson's school color is purple. That doesn't make any sense. This is like a all or nothing situation here. The school colors for Clemson are orange and purple, period. So Clemson is that single subject. Hence, this is a simple statement. I will buy a hybrid or I will buy a scooter. This one is a compound. And what kind of compound statement is it? It is a disjunction. This is a disjunction. How do we know it's a disjunction? Because it has the word or. So we see or, we can separate the two. I will buy a hybrid. That's one. I will buy a scooter. Or actually, it's I buy a hybrid, right? We're going to get rid of that will. I buy a hybrid. I buy a scooter would be the two simple statements. So this is a compound disjunction. A number is even if and only if it is divisible by 2. If you recognize this if and only if, you might recognize this is a compound statement. And this is specifically a biconditional compound. This one's called a biconditional, using that if and only if. In our last example, if it is Halloween, then it must be October. This one is a compound. And specifically, what kind of compound? This one is a conditional. This is a conditional statement. The two simple statements here that we could pull out, it is Halloween is one of them, and then it is October is the other one. These have been examples of compound statements. Thank you for stopping by.